Hey everybody, it's Adam again and welcome back to my garage. Well, today we are taking the LS6 Noma on location to another special project that's going on. We're meeting up with Jakob Brill. He's the owner of the Brigader, or the Brigader, as the name has been debated. And we're going to go see what he's working on with this car. It sounds like he pretty well found this out in the wilderness somewhere at the end of last year, started a restoration project on it. But he'll be out at the Tri-City Dragway car show here at MBS International Airport. The Tri-City Dragway is being revitalized. So if you're interested in knowing more about the drag strip and what's going on there, take a look at my other videos that we have. And if you want to know more moving forward, don't forget to like and subscribe as we go through updates both on this car here today and then in the future at the drag strip. So I've got a full stomach. I just had a nice gourmet dinner, and we're going to be meeting up with Jakob here in a second to walk around his car, find out more about the history, and dig into more of the controversy behind this. So I can't wait to learn more about it. And thanks for watching, and come along for the ride. Well, here we are, all right. Oh, we can't forget this down here. All right, hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Very good. Good.
Jake Brill.
Jake, nice to meet you.
John Pitts.
John, nice to meet you. All right, guys. Well, first things first here. I did bring some High Life. There you go. Go ahead. Yeah, I just got the tall boys. They didn't have the six-pack available at the Speedway down the road, but. Oh shoot! Oh no! So we got Jake and we got John. All right. So Jake, you are the owner of this car.
Yep.
Kind of take us through a little bit of what, I guess, your background in cars. What got you into cars to begin with?
I'm a car guy just because we love them. My dad has been into it. And my grandfather had some very nice cars right here on this property back in the day, and my dad has really gotten into drag racing, and I've always been there with him all through the whole thing. So.
Yeah, and you're an Earnhardt guy too. That's good. I saw that picture up on the wall in one of the background pictures you had, and I'm like, yeah, we got to get to this shop. That's my kind of people right there. So cool. And John, a little bit about yourself there as well. So how do you know Jake, and how'd you get involved with this?
Well, I'm a painter over at Sarah's, and they hired him, and we both love hot rods and building cars, and we just help each other out wherever we can.
Excellent. All right. And how long you been over there doing paint?
Oh, 48 years.
48 years, yeah. You gonna do the paint on this eventually, you think?
I might help him, but he'll do the final.
He's gonna do the final. All right. So let's get into a little bit of history about the car. So what drew your interest to this, Jake? And I guess how long have you been hunting for this thing?
So what's actually interesting is when I came to work with John, we talked about the car, and we've been talking about the car the whole time. And we recently, John said, Jake, I really got to have a Hemi of some kind, just to have in a motor stand or anything. And I said, well, I'll get on the hunt for one. And we found one. We drove to Ohio and brought it back. And of course, it needed some machine work, so many years outside and all that stuff. And
but it's stress relief, though, right? When it sits outside in the elements like that really helps the block get the internal stresses worked out. Exactly, seasons, exactly.
It was so well seasoned, we had to take it to a machine shop. And the guy at the machine shop, I figured he had an idea of somewhere where this car could have been. And I said to John, hey, ask him about that funny car that we've been talking about. I think he knows where that's at. John talked to him, and the guy goes, yeah, it's right here in my backyard. And me and my dad had been, leisurely hunting for the car because we knew part of it was still around. And there were so many rumors that, it's over here, or it was totally lost, or it was in an accident, and frame was a dune buggy, and all kinds of stuff. So.
Well, Jake has been talking about this car ever since I met him.
Oh, yeah. How long ago was that?
Oh, 6 years.
6 years ago? Okay, yep.
Yeah, Brigader funny car, and he was saying his dad used to play in it, and
You can't pass it up once you've been waiting that long and looking for it, right?
To do a little negotiating.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a tough negotiator, though. We got the car, and I'm very happy with it.
Thing was, it was just the body.
Okay,
Right.
yep.
The doors were cut out of it, the hood, and it was hanging from rafters. And because all the strength was taken out of it, it actually was bowed
Okay,
in
yep.
places and cracked.
I think we were surprised that the car did not crumble into pieces when
Yeah.
we moved it.
Jeez,
That's how
yep.
bad a shape it was in. All the tin work was ripped out of it. People had been stepping on it for years. I have it straightened out somewhat. A lot of it's back in the car.
Was there any wildlife living in the car when you saw it the
It
first
was
time?
so cold, I don't know how anything could have been living around, but there was bees' nests throughout the whole car. We moved the car and big bees' nests were falling out.
Oh,
I
jeez.
think you picked the coldest day of the year to go get it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was probably -10 with the wind chill.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's crazy. So, John, when you said the name, you said the Brigader. I've heard people call it the Brigadier.
Wow.
And I brought a beer or two. So what is the official way to say the name of this car?
I think Brigader,
Brigader.
but
I also believe Brigader, but I've heard it both ways. You can call it whatever you want. The Dodge boys ran an ad in the very early '60s, which is on my hat here too. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah, yep.
It's spelled the exact same way. So the Brigadier would be a 4-star general, which is fine too. That's good too. Or the Dodge boys ad leading the brigade, as a
Yep.
Brigader would be just fine too.
So what's the preference? As the owner of the car, then, what are you officially naming the pronunciation?
My family has always called it Brigader.
There we go.
So-
It's the Brigader, officially, right there. One controversy that's down.
If someone calls it Brigadier or Brigader, it's not gonna bother me one bit.
Yeah, good. Yeah. The fact that it's actually sitting on a chassis and everything is a testament unto itself. So the name should be the least of the worries. But once it starts getting more publicity after it's on the track at some point, you're going to have to make sure that people say it correctly from a branding perspective. So you got to get that in there early, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right, so let's take a little walk around the car here. Maybe kind of walk us through some of the interesting parts on it, down to the body panels and things like that. I mean, maybe starting with this, somebody was selling this funny car at some point for 700, I'm assuming US dollars. So yeah, I mean, that looks like shoe polish or something that never came off of there. But
Yeah, I've tried to get it off because it's obviously not for sale, and it probably will never be for sale. But especially for that. Somebody did sell it for that, and it did have original blue glass in it too, which was missing. But the car was in a light accident too. I think the front end kind of buckled up. I was told that the car stood straight up in the air with the rear tires vertical.
Geez, yeah.
So,
and like a backwards wheel stand at that point.
yeah.
Which track was that? Do you guys know?
over in Edmore.
Edmore. Okay. Yep.
Central Michigan.
Yeah. Yep.
It's an all fiberglass body, so I mean anything can be fixed if you just work hard enough.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's really interesting that the car still holds its magnesium firewall in the back.
Okay.
The car, I've saved a lot of the tin work. It was in very bad shape. Somebody had flattened these pieces and tried to make a actual aluminum floor without the chassis in there. And somebody had cut the firewall. Somebody cut that. I saved, the doors were cut out of the car. We got them back in. I'm trying to get everything lined up and structurally sound because the car actually does have to lift to get in and out of it and work on the motor and stuff. The wheel wells, somebody had stepped on. Well, they were all, everything was out of the car, and somebody had actually stepped on them, and I got them back into shape. I'm trying to save a lot of the original tin.
Sure.
I really want to try to save that if I can.
So this firewall in the back here, you said that's magnesium. Are you planning on keeping that in the car once it's roadworthy too? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. This is major history. I mean, this is magnesium, highly flammable, which is awesome. But
it ups the stakes a little bit.
yeah,
right?
I think so. And firewall bulkhead. there's no reason to take it out. It's a huge part of the structure of the car. So
Cool. So let's maybe talk a little bit about the chassis underneath there. How did you end up finding that? And I mean, is that period correct to the car when it actually ran back in the day?
I would say it's the most accurate I could have found, due to the fact that these chassis were cut up and just totally annihilated at the end of the era. I mean, we found this chassis out in Rochester, Minnesota, in an airport of all places, in the middle of a snowstorm, and it was a rough drive. But I had the right people for it, and we ended up back here with it.
Nice.
So,
you know, kind of sensing a common theme. You got the car when it was like -10 out.
yeah.
It's raining out today for the first time in probably 6 years. And hopefully that doesn't bode for what we're going to see at the track in a week and a half here. Hopefully the weather behaves for us there. You can bring it out on a nice sunny day. So.
Right.
Have you had it out to any other shows or events like that since owning the car? Or?
Tri-City will be the first showing in probably almost, I want to say, 40 some odd years.
Wow,
So,
nice.
I'm happy to have it there. It was a local at the track, and I'm happy to have it there again.
Yeah, and there's one of the photos down there. Kind of, you can see the iconic tower in the back there. And then this is over in the pit side, it looks like, getting ready to stage up for the next run there. So, any idea how many, how many years did it run out at the track, or how many runs did it make, do you know? Any wins?
That is unknown. And,
Okay.
you know, if somebody has more information on that, I'd love to hear it. It probably ran as a nitro car till maybe 1969, possibly 70.
Okay.
And then it was it was sold to my uncles at the time, and they had taken it, and they had a big block Chevy in it, and my uncle had gotten in the car and gotten, they shut him down in it, and he said, I don't think I want to drive this. So,
Yeah, and you sit back over top of the rear axle, and you got the drive shaft running down.
well, you got to imagine too, you got a big nitro Hemi right here.
Yeah.
And then, it's kind of intimidating, I could imagine. And he thinks it's, great that we have the car and everything, but they ended up selling it back in mid-70s,
Okay.
we'll say. The vehicle was then turned into a bracket car with a big block Chevy. It ran probably till the late 80s.
Still in Michigan, pretty much, or
Yeah,
you know,
I would say this car's been a Michigan car all of its life.
Okay. No rust damage though. That's good, right? It hasn't been out in the salt or anything like that. So.
I don't think there's gonna be much rust going on when it's pure fiberglass. But yeah, the car was at some point in the late 80s stripped for parts. Doors, hood, deck lid were all cut out of it. And when you do that, you lose most of your structure on the body side of it. It turned into a floppy piece of fiberglass.
So you mentioned, Dodge had this sort of Brigade ad. I guess people are probably going to make fun of me for not knowing exactly what body is on this thing. What body is this? What body style? What year car was it sort of modeled after? And I mean, given the lines on this thing, it looks like, they had a mold or something that they were molding this with. I guess, can you explain a little bit about the body, what make model it was on there, and maybe how they constructed the fiberglass there?
The body is definitely a Dodge Dart. It should have been taken off of a brand new Dart at the time, some sort of a mold. The best to my knowledge is the body came out of Ohio, and it was brought up here, and a chassis was built for it, and tin was put in it. I believe it to be a 68 Dart. When we restore the car, I want to make it look more like a Dodge Dart, because I think that's, a lot of people, say, I can't tell what kind of car it is. It looks like a Chevelle between a, cross between a Chevelle and a Dodge Dart. It doesn't look like a Dodge Dart. I think,
a little bit of a Chevelle rear end on it there, right? Maybe like a 67, 66 kind of, yeah.
And I get it, but, I do want to make it look more like a Dodge Dart, and I think we can definitely handle that.
Yeah.
When we get the final paint on it and stuff, I want it to be very period correct, identical, very minute changes. I want it to resemble what it was back in.
So another picture I think I had seen online, there was maybe this is the second one or this is the first one. There was another Brigader, bring a beer somewhere. Was that also at Tri-City, or was that? Do you know anything about that
Yes,
car itself?
The first altered wheelbase car was a very successful car. They would twist, and they had the wheels way up front, and totally different looking car. And I think from going from altered wheelbase to these types of flip top, the first flip top funny cars, had to be one hell of a change for them guys running them.
Sure.
So this car was very experimental for the time. So
what kind of weight do you think this thing will end up as far as just the overall car weight once you're done
I'm
with it?
hoping no more than 1,800 pounds.
Okay. Yep. How much do you think that body weighs on there?
It's heavy when you lift it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe us three will be able to lift it here at some point before the end, and we can look up underneath it a little bit more. But so you got John here with you, kind of as the crew.
Mm-hmm.
You said you have another 5 other people, 7 total, including you.
Yep.
On the car. So kind of talk us through what kind of human capital do you have, kind of getting this together here?
Well, I can tell you, my family's on board. We got another guy that's he. Said, well, we gotta have the right wheels on it. We can't be putting nothing different on it. And
The historian of the group, sounds like. Yeah.
Yes, and I said that's fine with me.
Let's talk about some of these parts on the ground here. So you got the Hemi heads there.
Roger's crankshaft, he did a perfect job on them, and now we're just working on the block, and machine work to be done on that yet.
Okay.
The pictures I have of these heads before. They were just hunks of iron.
Oh, really?
They were in such bad shape. Roger did a number on them. I mean, he really did. And we were lucky to find those Repop 392 Chrysler Firepower valve covers, which recently Don Garlick and Shirley Modani both signed them. So, which is really cool. And those will be on the car when it's running.
Excellent. So where'd you get the signatures at? How'd you bump into them?
They were at Milan Dragway.
Nice. So, okay.
Signing and, autographs.
Don was happy to sign that valve cover and had a whole story to go along with it. He's building one back at his shop right now.
Excellent. Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's not called Milan anymore though either, is it? What is the new name of that drag strip?
Well, they're again, just like Brigader. I'm not sure on how to pronounce the name, so I don't want to pronounce it incorrectly because I have not heard the correct.
That's caused quite the uproar, I've noticed. People are like, oh, it's always Milan. Oh, rather have the track open than have a different name than anything else,
that's
right?
exactly what I said. I would rather have the track open, and you can call it whatever you want.
That's right. That's right.
So.
Excellent. You guys went out there for that? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah? Good.
We heard that Shirley Muldowney and Don Gartlitz were going to be there. He pretty much told them that work, you can fire me, but I'm leaving.
I got to go.
That's pretty important. That's pretty critical. Well, yeah, you'll have to load this up on a trailer and bring it out to one of those strips just to kind of, once you got the motor sitting down in there, just get the heads turning, get a little bit of publicity there before it.
I would think of anything of something like this is not your average everyday car. I think it should turn heads, especially with the body up. But
this is one of the very first flip tops.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, they had only been making them for a short time, and pretty much everyone changed to this kind of car layout, made everything else obsolete.
Yeah. So kind of the sort of the first gen of the flip top cars basically, and everything today is kind of come up from this sort of baseline, right? I mean, you think of it that way. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
I would also like to point out here, I believe I have rediscovered the original frame to the car.
Oh, nice.
I am not, I can't make I don't think you'll ever know. There's no serial numbers. There's no titles to these cars. They're just, they're just strictly drag cars. But from the story that I've heard and the pictures I've seen, it matches. The original frame to this car was taken to Detroit and turned into a altered and raced successfully for many years. And it was unknown that the car had sat on it. So
okay.
And the guy with the other, with the car now had been searching for the body.
So what kind of timeline are you on with this?
Soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm hoping by spring we'll have the motor together.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Tri-City was the goal. Whether we, I wanted to take it to Tri-City, whether I just had the body or not, and we actually made, we're making it with the frame. So that's a goal in itself met.
Well, and you picked this up. I don't think we talked about this yet. You picked this up when? At the end of last year?
Yep.
Okay.
December of 2024. We picked it up, and at the time too, I was like, without the frame, this car is just a wall hanger showpiece.
Yep.
And I really, I want to preserve it and, like it should have been. So we were, I want to say we had a 1 in a million shot to find a frame like this to fit the car, line up, and work as it should. Such a hard thing to find. We searched for quite some time, but the power of the internet was really a help in that.
You got to jump on it when you find it, right? It's one of those things where you got to seize it when you find it, and even if it's not the exact price you're thinking for, sometimes you just got to do it,
Yep. Cash in hand, ready to go. Always helps.
Yes. Let's talk about the running gear on this thing a little bit here. What's your plan for the suspension? You got a Ford 9-inch in the back?
Yep, we got a direct mount Ford 9-inch in the back, so that should be a really comfortable ride.
Yeah.
The front suspension is super, something I don't know a lot about personally. We're going to have to experience with it. I think it's just going to be a trial and error thing. We have it, mocked up. Obviously, once we get it going, I think we're going to have to adjust and go from there.
Yep.
Everything is 100% custom, I would say. We haven't we touched every bar, every bolt. Everything has been modified to work. And it probably just how it was built too back in the day.
What kind of transmission are you planning to run in there?
We have a 350 turbo I want to put behind the Hemi, and I want to put a trans brake in it. It's not going to be, that's what we'll start with. I don't have a 426 or anything like that ready to go on my stand.
If someone would like to donate one, we're happy to have one.
There we go.
Absolutely.
If that's the last thing you got to get it running, man, that becomes pretty critical, right?
Right. A Chevy Trans and a Dodge, you might catch a little flack for that, but it's better than a big block Chevy and a Dodge. So.
Sure. Well, and a Ford 9-inch, so you got all the big three covered there with
we'll
the
have them
line.
all, but the car will be very accurate and period correct looking. Very accurate.
Very close, yeah.
Very close.
What kind of brakes you got on the front there? Those look like some kind of OEM discs on there.
Well, actually, so that's part of how I wanted it to look. So this car, which is really extremely strange that this car had a spindle and rotor setup. They were actually brake rotors, and that's how we identified the frame, because I have not seen too many like that. Maybe one other one. I don't think you're going to be able to put brakes in the front. If you had disc brakes in the front, I think the axle would snap right off.
Yeah.
So probably disc in the back and a parachute to slow it down.
Nice.
Just like, it was in the day.
Yeah. You got a lot of big plans for it, just like at Tri-City Dragway itself, a lot of big plans out there, but it all starts with a vision, right? So you guys are going to be out at the drag strip at the car show here on August 9th. Are you going to have the car set up like this out there? Or are you going to maybe lift it up, let, little kids jump inside? Or maybe even Jake, you just kind of chill out in the 90-degree sun inside the car?
No, it'll be up and on display. I can't have anybody climbing in and out of it because I don't want anybody to get hurt. Or a tetanus shot might be required before that. But it should be a really cool display with it up in the air like it should have been.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, let's lift it up here. You need my help doing it?
Yeah, it's quite the process to get up in the air right now. So
okay.
I grab a stool because I'm so short.
All right, this is quite the apparatus, I think, to get it moving here. I offered to help, but they're going to do it. They're going to work as a team and get this thing up in the air, kind of demonstrate what it's going to look like at the car show.
Okay, you ready?
All right. Look at that.
Got it?
Yep, I got it.
Oops. Okay, you can set her down easy.
Okay.
All right.
I still got it.
Okay.
Go up a little bit.
Yep, just a tad. Here we go.
Excellent, like a well-oiled machine. Look at that, man. Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome. So when you get in and out of this thing, once you got that Hemi underneath the hood here, you're gonna what? Step in towards the side over here? How'd you end up getting in there once you get that thing back together?
You should be able to either slide in through the top when the body's down or crawl in here like this.
Okay, yep. Oh, look at that, a contortionist. Look at that.
It's not the easiest thing in the world, but something like that.
Yeah, excellent. No, that's
sort of a wild roller coaster ride.
Yeah, exactly. A roller coaster where you got your own destiny in your own hands.
I guess.
What kind of times do you think this thing's going to run eventually?
We haven't really talked about that too much yet, but I'm hoping pretty quick enough so we don't get banned from any tracks or slow enough, I should say, so we don't get banned from any tracks. But I would like to run it just as a nostalgic piece.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, Jacob, thanks a lot, man, and John, appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time out here today, guys. And I'll be at the car show as well. Definitely not with something as exciting, but we'll have the old LS6 Noma out there. And next time I get a beer for you, I'll make sure it's not been shaken up in the truck. I was getting I did get a little excited going kind of zigzagging down the roads here on the way here, and I think that's what happened. So appreciate it, Jake. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you out there this weekend, and we're looking forward to seeing this project come to fruition here, man. This is a piece of history, local history for the guys in the area, but at the same time, I mean, I think it's noteworthy to see something like this, getting back together. So really appreciate it, guys. And, guys, Jake, you got social medias that you put this on. Where do you want to have people watch your updates for this thing?
Right now, Facebook. If you're interested, get with me on Facebook. We post plenty of them.
Nice. Yeah, well, hopefully everything goes good at the car show this coming week. Hopefully the weather holds out for us, and we'll see it out there in the sun, and maybe you get a little bit of that blue flake glistening in the sun out there. It'll be pretty awesome. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys in a couple of days. Take care, guys.
All right.
So there you have it. It was awesome that Jake let me into the garage here tonight and have John there as well talking about some of the technical stuff, a little bit of the history on the car. Really hope you guys can make it out to the drag strip, see the thing right in person, see all the improvements being made at the drag strip too. Much like what's going on at Tri-City Dragway, you got this Brigader turning into something that's going to be awesome someday, and a lot of nostalgia too for the guys that were around when they saw it originally. So again, thanks for watching. There's a little special clip here at the end of the video. I think if you saw those other cars in the background, stay tuned for a little bit and see what we got here after we wrap it up. John's enjoying the beer down there, and you know what? We're going to do a little bonus footage here. I noticed Jake's awesome square body sitting over here. I asked if this Zed was his over here, and he said, no, it's his dad, but I got to show you the motor. So oh, look at that.
I'll be the driver on this one too.
Excellent, excellent. So tell me a bit about the Z28 here.
This is a really clean car. He's had this longer than I've been alive.
Nice.
And it's a very quick, fast car. We love it. We love to show it. We recently just got it done, and we were showing it at Frankenmuth last year with a couple of his buddies. So
excellent.
Yep.
Built for weight savings there too. I see the drilled out latch down there. Yeah.
Hood hinges are drilled.
Oh yeah.
Fiberglass hood. Total custom suspension, tubular control arms, motor plate, all the goodies.
Very nice, man. That's awesome. So when did he buy this car? I mean, did he buy it new, or what was the what's the story?
No, it was a buddy of his, and it was originally my grandfather's, and then he sold it or gave it to my dad. And I can't remember what year it was. Probably early 90s, I would say. And then the car was, it's a real original Z28. Very good shape for what it was, and very nice car, actually.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I got a carbon fiber cowl down in there, too.
Yep,
That's awesome.
Yep. We did all the work on it, paint, frame rails, everything.
Yeah, beautiful. Is he bringing that out to the car show too, or is he going to keep it home?
No, I think this one's going to stay home.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe next year.
Excellent. Well, tell me about the square body here too. That one's got your name on the side of it, so you've probably put some work into this.
Yeah, we've had this one for quite a while too. This truck is a Southern truck, and we drove by it, and I think I was probably in the 7th grade, and I said to my dad, I gotta have it. I gotta
Nice.
have it. I gotta have it. And my dad said, you don't want that. And then we drove in the middle of winter, just like the funny car. It was probably -5, and the guy had some ridiculous price on it. It was like $3 grand, but it was a basket case, but it was clean.
Nice.
Real clean. And my dad crawled under it, and he said, yeah, I guess we do want it.
Perfect.
So here it sits. This is actually my first complete paint job.
Cool.
Painted with single stage urethane.
Nice. Very nice. What do you got under the hood?
It's got a 355 small block Chevy, mostly stock.
All right. No, nice.
But yep.
I love all the room you got underneath there, especially when you take the fender wells out of it too.
Yeah,
man.
some weight savings.
Yeah, that's nice.
When they don't weigh very much to begin with.
But it looks a lot cleaner. It's a nice open wheel look down in there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks, Jake. Appreciate it. John, thanks a lot, man. We'll see you guys out there this weekend. Hey, go ahead. Yeah, crack them open here. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. That was not planned. I'm serious about that. I'm dead serious. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I did not know we were shaking up. I just stopped recording, too. I'm not going to put that in there. That's embarrassing.
No, that'd be fine.